Hello and welcome back to another episode of Anygames Talent Talk, a show where I sit down and talk to various people from the anime and video games industry to learn a bit more about them, the projects they've been involved in, and the characters they've brought to life. Today I'm speaking with Caitlin Glass, known for her roles as Winry in Fullmetal Alchemist, Haruhi in Ouran High School Host Club, Kyōko Kirigiri in the numerous Danganronpa anime, as well as many, many others. Caitlin's also very well known for her work writing scripts and being an ADR director for numerous anime series as well. In the episode, we discussed the unique way she got into voice acting as a career, differences between voicing anime and video games, why Winry is such a fan-favourite character, what it's like being on the other side of the booth and working as a director, and much more. This episode was filmed live at OzComic-Con Sydney 2019, and I really hope you enjoyed this one. So let's jump in.
So I normally start off my interviews with the question that you guys probably get the most is how did you get into voice acting? But if your Wikipedia profile is correct, you actually had quite a unique entry into your anime voice acting career. So can you elaborate a bit how you got started at Funimation and how that came to be?
Sure. I apparently it's legendary. I started at Funimation because I met a director while on a tour of the studio. A friend of mine who still works there is the head of the engineering department. At the time was still fairly new, and just asked if I would like a tour of the studio because he knew that I liked anime. And I said yes, of course. And on the tour, we stopped in one particular studio where Eric Vale was directing Yu Yu Hakusho at the time, and there were no actors in there. But so we was just chatting and asked what I did, and I said that I was a theater student. So once he heard I was an actor, he had me get in the booth, and I thought that I was just, it was part of the tour. The booth is empty, so get in the booth and check it out. And they let me say a line, and when I came out, he said that I was great, and I could give my information to the talent coordinator and start working there as soon as they would have me. And I didn't really believe him. I'm like, what? I kept trying to give him my resume and my photograph and all that stuff. And he's like, we don't need that. We just need your phone number. And within about 3 or 4 days, I was there recording.
Wow. And what was that first role?
A character on the first episode of what we called Case Closed, or Detective Code. Yeah.
Nice. So you're quite well known for playing the character of Winry, because it's a fairly popular series, Fullmetal Alchemist. Because it is quite a popular character, has that become one of your favorites, or do you see yourself, is that a personal favorite character for yourself? And what was it like coming back all those years later to re-voice the character for the Brotherhood series?
I would say that she is quite a personal favorite, along with Haruhi from Ouran High School Host Club. But Winry, I think, was kind of the pretty groundbreaking for me. It's the role that really got me more involved in what I do. So because of that, she holds a special place in my heart, certainly. And it's very rare that you get to play a character over so many years. Usually you do an anime for a few months and then it's done. But the first Fullmetal took about a year, and then 3 or 4 years later, Brotherhood came along, where it was about another year and a half. Plus all the time in between at conventions and all the time afterwards. So it's been wonderful.
So you've also, in your time in the anime industry, you've also had experience as an ADR director as well on numerous series, like quite recently, like Free, Card Captain Sakura, Click Card. What kind of experience, when you go into directing a series, has being a voice actor first kind of shaped the way that you direct and allowed you to get the best out of the performers?
I would believe that would be a true statement, yes. Because I've been in their shoes and I know what it is an actor needs. Under the time constraints we work under, it's not the type of acting where the actors get to do any research. They often don't know what's going to happen in the episode until it's happening. And just need a lot of guidance in that regard. And you want to make it easier for them, so all they have to focus on is portraying the emotions. So
the acting.
The acting part. So as much as I can help them with all the information that they need and to break down the small technical adjustments that they'll need to make into a very simple way, I would say that yes, my acting training and background has been very instrumental in all of that. And because I'm an actor, I know how to talk to actors.
Yeah,
so
that's right. So when you find out that you're directing a series, what kind of research is involved or like preparation is involved on your part before like kicking off and being able to direct others as to what they should be doing?
Right. Well, if the anime is coming from some kind of source material, like a manga or a video game, then if it's a manga, I need to get a hold of the manga and read it. And if it is a video game, I may or may not play it because it's a Japanese game, so chances are I can't. But if it's been out for a while, somewhere online there will be a synopsis or a summary of what the story was. So we'll start there. So I'll know where the story is headed, so I can tell actors what's going on with their characters. Like, here's what happened in your past, but in the manga you don't learn it till, volume 6, but your character would know this because it's their past. So it's really great when we have source material. Other things that I'll do, you just kind of have to go online and read things, see what you can find.
Yeah. So you just touched on there about voicing video games. Is there any key differences between voicing anime and video games?
Oh, yes. In anime, you have a picture to work with, the anime.
Yep.
You get to see
It's
it
finished.
before you record it. And in video games, you rarely have that at all. Most of the games that I've done have been similar to anime in that they're being localized, so they're Japanese games, whether it's an RPG or a fighting game. But sometimes we're working on them at the same time as the Japanese are working on them, so they're going to get released simultaneously. So that doesn't mean always that we have pictures. The most I've been able to have when working on a game are the cutscenes.
Yep.
Those might happen to be complete and fully animated, so we'll get to see that. But otherwise, when you're going on missions and this part of the journey and fighting this monster, it's all just based on the description that the director gives you.
So do
Yeah,
a
you
grunt with a certain
Yeah,
type of
you have to
flavor.
use your imagination a lot just to picture the scene
Yep.
that you're in. Also, video game stuff is usually a lot more strenuous because for every line you do, you're delivering it a couple of different ways immediately, and then the client is choosing. Yeah. So it's a lot more labor intensive.
So do you have a role that's special to you that may not be your most popular role but is special to you for some reason, whether it be because it was challenging or it's just an iconic character for yourself?
That's an excellent question. Gosh, it's so hard. I have to sift through like 17 years of characters, which makes it tough. I feel like there's an answer to this, and I just don't want to. I don't want to forget it. There are a couple. I always enjoy getting to be in music-related shows. So even if we don't get to sing in them, so I played Maki in Love Live.
Yep.
And I also play the game, and then later went on to direct the second show. I wrote the scripts for the first Love Live. So that one is very special because I didn't think that I would get to be a part of it while I was writing it. I was writing first and then was asked to audition.
Yep.
And the rest of the cast are all in Los Angeles. I was the only out-of-towner. So I don't live in LA, I live in Dallas. So it was really nice to get to be a part of that. Another music show I've done is called Show by Rock. I was the director as well as being in it, played a character named Retori, and we actually did dub all of the music into English, and it's a show about kids in bands and stuff. That was great. So a lot of the music shows. There are more, but I'll make people go look them up.
So thanks for joining me today and having a quick chat. Before we head off, is there anywhere fans can find you online and follow your work, and what should they be excited for that's coming out soon that you can talk about?
Sure, you can follow me online. Mostly I am on Twitter. My handle is Caitlin's Voice, Caitlins Voice. Same handle, I can be found on Facebook, but I'm rarely there. Also on Instagram, same. What can fans be looking forward to? More Fruits Basket. That's the thing that I've just wrapped up directing on, and I will also be in it. Season 2 is in 2020, so look for it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time today.
My pleasure.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Talent Talk. Look forward to the next episode where I'll be sitting down with another voice actor from the anime industry and picking their brain. If you liked this episode, please consider subscribing on YouTube or on your podcasting platform of choice so you never miss an episode. And feel free to communicate with me on Twitter at anigame_au. That's ANIGAME_AU. And let me know who you'd love to see on the show. This has been Joel from Anigame, and I'll catch you in the next episode.